What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for joining me. Today we're going to talk about cannabis stocks, and in particular a stock called SNDL, also known as Sundial Growers Inc. And just for full disclosure, I own shares in this company. I got in at a really low price, under $1. So I'm doing great. But I just wanted to kind of put that out there so you guys do know the full disclosure. I am a shareholder in this company, so these are my opinions. This is not going to be financial advice. It's just going to be advice about, where I see these kind of companies going, and really, what to look out for, I guess, is another thing I want to talk about, because there's been a pattern in like the news that I'll actually show you here shortly. That's kind of concerning, and it really just, I will say this. When you're looking at these stocks, do your research, okay? Don't listen to articles or things like that. Like, I don't do that stuff. I just look at the fundamentals of the company. I look at what's going on as far as other people's opinions, kind of just get a feel for the company, look at their debt. Do they have debt? What are their plans? Have they released any information on like what they're planning to do? And I make my assumptions off of that, So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Before I do, though, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell for all my updates, and yeah, let's go ahead and get going. So guys, Sundial Growers, right? It is a cannabis stock. It is Canadian, right? So it's not a U.S.-based company. It's a Canadian-based company. Founded in 2006, as you can see here. And essentially, they do sell cannabis products. However, they also have like a UK division that sells like herbs and other plants. So I don't know how many people are actually buying those things, to be honest with you. So I don't know like how big of an impact on their business that is. I highly doubt it's something that's huge, but it is something to consider when you're looking at this company. But anyways, let's take a look at I want to take a look at the 5 days, but I also want to take a look at the 1 month. So here we go. So right now we're sitting at 1.64, right? So $1.64 USD. The stock went up 36 cents in normal hours, and it went up an additional 15 cents in after hours. So the stock went from a previous close of 128 all the way up to 180 today, right? It's a huge jump. And we're going to look at the week. You see this huge curve, right? So all last week, I actually think I got into it in January. So let's actually look back in here. So as you can see, January, just really low. You're in the mid dollar range here. And this stock was actually at threat for being removed from the NASDAQ for being out of compliance. But I believe if they make it till Friday without dipping below a dollar, which it looks like is going to happen, they'll be in compliance with NASDAQ and they will not be delisted. So that's a good thing, right? That's what you want to hear if you're an investor, because you do not want to be a part of a stock that is delisted. It becomes much harder to sell, much harder to trade. It just becomes a headache. So let's consider that. So I got in around the 27th to 28th, somewhere in between here. Right on the rise, right? Like right at the beginning of the bell. Now, since then, this thing has shot up, and it hit 121, and it kind of just bounced back. There's been some barcoding, there's been some barcoding for the last couple of days, and then I woke up this morning, and I just saw this thing just rocket off. Boom, look at this, boom. And honestly, guys, like I'm looking at the walls for the bid and the ask, and there's really just not much in the way. Even at the $2 mark, I think it was only like 900,000 shares, and this thing moves a billion volume a day. The market cap has literally more than doubled since I was here, like around here. I think it was like under 1 billion, it's like 800 million, and it's already at 2.32 billion in like a few weeks. This thing is flying, folks. And they talk about these cannabis stocks, and there's a lot of talk about legalization in the U.S., but it's actually kind of down to the states. So every time you hear news about these states where they talk about legalizing cannabis in the state itself, there's a lot of states in the U.S. that are ready to roll on this, and there's just at this point I think they just need to make it a national. Get the national like decriminalization of it, and at that point these stocks are all going to blow up. And I'm not just talking about Sundial, I'm talking about like Tillery, Euphoria. These are all cannabis plays right here, right? So, Canopy Growth. These are all cannabis stocks. So, if you look at it like that, I mean, with the way that the politics are right now, things are looking pretty up for these companies. And I mean, if it was me, I would just recommend investing in any of them. I mean, that's why I do the sundial growers. I'll leave that up to you, obviously. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is just my opinion. But I think in today's day and age, you have to have one of these companies because they just make a ton of cash. Now, with this one right here, I wanted to talk about the news, and this is kind of an off-topic subject, but I wanted to kind of put it out there because I want people to be aware of kind of like the articles that they read. And one is Investor Place. So looking at Investor Place, they kind of bug me because one second they're hot on a stock, and then like the other second they dog it. So right here, why Sundial's parabolic rise may not last. So they just dog Sundial growers, right? And then 11 hours, like not even a day later, why it's a buy despite artificial rally. So one day ago, you talk crap on it. It may not last. And then, you start talking about it being a buy, right? Like, make up your mind, And then look at this. Sundial stock can easily double. So it went from this to this to this. You have to be careful with these articles because honestly, I feel like they're just different like analysts on each article writing a piece. And they can be slam pieces or they can be like support pieces. What matters at the end of the day is looking at the charts, looking at the patterns. There are a lot of cup and handles with this stock. I think this is one right here. And after hours it got up to 185. Guys, I put a call option in today at the beginning of the day. It was like right around here. I bought a call for April, I think it's April 19th, and it's for $1.90. Look at this. In one day, I'm damn near almost hitting my call option, right? So, I mean, this thing's rocketing. I would say if you have a chance, get on board before it's too late. I mean, next stop, Mars. I think we're going right past the moon. We're going to meet Elon on Mars, and maybe some people will smoke with them with their gains that they made from Sundial, because that's how it's looking, folks. Anyways, like I said, if you're not in one of these stocks, definitely consider it. Do your own research, find the one that's right for you, and pull the trigger. I did. I'm happy I did too because I'm making a lot of money. So keep that in mind, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it on that note. I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you're having a good day, and peace.